Welcome to your next lesson on diet and exercise. In this lesson, we will go over why it's important to get started right away, 2018's most popular diets, what to do if you don't want to follow a quote-unquote plan, how to stick to your diet, why you and your fiancé should get healthy together, and why you shouldn't beat yourself up over your diet and exercise. Did you know that 31% of couples start a new exercise routine or diet plan to prepare for their wedding? If you're looking to get in shape for your wedding day, you're going to want to start as soon as possible. Now, I don't know many people, including myself, who jump out of bed randomly one morning yelling, "I'm going to change my behavior for the better, today and for the rest of my entire life." Now, not only do I not know these kinds of people, but I'm pretty sure the ones who say it, do it, and never look back must be some kind of freaks of nature. Let's get real for a minute. If everything in real life worked like it does in television, then the moment we started exercising, we could look at ourselves in a mirror, and after every workout, we would look much better and see results instantly. I don't know a single person that wouldn't stick to a diet and exercise plan if that were the truth, because the reality of it is we all get into this cycle where we start something with good intentions, then something unplanned pops up and we stumble, then we get frustrated with ourselves for stumbling and eventually give up because we cannot live up to the expectations we set for ourselves. How many of you can relate to that? I know I can. I cannot stress how important it is to begin this journey as soon as possible because getting started is everything. So, let's go over a few things that can help you on your journey if you're looking to get in shape or shed a few pounds for your big day. So if you're looking for a new meal plan, let's go over 2018's most popular diets. The U.S. News & World Report had a panel of food and health experts rank 40 diets with different metrics like safety, how easy it was to follow, and the diet's ability to help a person lose weight short-term and long-term. Along with the best overall diet, the experts also ranked the best diets for weight loss, healthy eating, and more. The new annual rankings reveal that the best diets for 2018, based on these measures, actually ended up being a tie between the Mediterranean diet and the DASH diet. So, while I'll go over these 5 diets that ranked at the top of their list, I want to remind you what the word diet really means, because it seems for years now when anyone mentions the word diet, people just associate it with weight loss, but they don't remember what it really means. According to the dictionary, a diet, when discussing nutrition, means the sum of food consumed by a person or other organism. The word diet often implies the use of specific intake of nutrition for health or weight management reasons. Complete nutrition requires ingestion and absorption of vitamins, minerals, essential amino acids from protein, and essential fatty acids from fat-containing food. Also, food energy in the forms of carbohydrates, protein, and fat. Dietary habits play a significant role in one's quality of life, health, and longevity. So, in other words, it's a way of eating or a lifestyle where you use specific nutrients to maintain optimal health. So, with that being said, if you're looking to begin a new way of eating, let's break down 2018's most popular ways of doing so. The DASH diet. DASH being the acronym for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension. And this way of eating was designed to help people lower their blood pressure. The diet allows you a mix of low-fat dairy, whole grains, lean protein, and a mix of fruits and vegetables. What you should not eat on this diet is full-fat dairy, sweets, saturated fat, sugary beverages, and some types of oils. It also encourages you to eat less salt overall. Number 2, the Mediterranean diet. The name of this way of eating got its name from the eating habits of those who live in the Mediterranean. The Mediterranean diet has been linked to better health and longevity. The diet encourages you to eat mostly healthy, fatty foods like fish, nuts, and olive oil, as well as other fruits and vegetables. The third diet ranked highest according to the U.S. News & World Report is the flexitarian diet. A flexitarian diet is just like it sounds, a flexible vegetarian. The diet encourages people to eat vegetarian most of the time, but doesn't call for cutting out meat entirely for better health. The fourth diet was good old Weight Watchers. It has always been a popular diet, and if you've never heard of it or have tried it, and I'd be shocked, basically it is a way of eating where all foods are given a certain number of points. Foods that are high in nutrients and are more filling have fewer points, where foods like candy and sweets are high in points. Based on your height and weight, you're given a number of points per day, and you get to choose what types of food you consume for the day without going over that set point amount. And the fifth and final diet to round out the top 2018 diet trends was the MIND diet. This way of eating incorporates both the number one diets, the DASH and the Mediterranean diet. Participants are encouraged to eat from 10 healthy food groups: green leafy vegetables, all other vegetables, nuts, berries, beans, whole grains, poultry, fish, olive oil, and wine, and are discouraged from eating from 5 food groups altogether: red meats, butter, margarine, cheese, sweets, and fried or fast food. You know, basically the SAD diet, or the standard American diet. So there you have it, the top 5 diet trends for 2018. Should you choose to follow a specific way of eating, make sure you research it thoroughly and know what you can eat nutritionally and what you should avoid. When choosing the right plan for you, you must remember that while you may hear many stories about diets that work for friends or family members in the past, it may or may not work for you. It's important you give yourself enough time to experiment with your own combination of advice, tools, and techniques that will support you and your health and fitness goals. There is no one-size-fits-all approach when we're talking about nutrition. The key is to figure out what you'll stick to, and don't be afraid to experiment. But what about those of us who don't want to follow a plan per se? Well, have no worries, because if you don't want to follow a regimented plan, there are plenty of things you can do to benefit your health, nutrition, and fitness. So let's go over a few of them to get you started. Portion size. If you cut down the portions of your meals, this is of course without going hungry, you will find you end up feeling satisfied with less food by eating a few small meals throughout the day. Increase your H2O, and this goes for everyone, as well as those who don't consume enough water on a regular basis. Water helps our bodies by boosting our metabolisms, it cleanses our body of waste, and acts as a natural appetite suppressant. Also, drinking more water helps your body stop retaining water, leading you to drop those extra pounds of water weight. Making healthier food choices. If you start your meals with fruits and vegetables first, and then a protein, odds are that you'll have enough to fill your stomach and to keep you from being hungry, and you'll have less room to put unhealthy foods in your body. The key here is to keep your fruits and vegetables pre-washed and cut and ready to grab whenever you want a snack. This way, there'll be no excuses. It's just as easy to grab a piece of fruit that has nutritional benefits as it is to grab a ho-ho. Trust me. Exercise. Okay, I don't want to lose you here, so stay with me. I promise it will not be painful. When I began my exercising out of habit back in 2006, I would have never imagined my body running a half marathon 8 years later. When I began, I was a chair potato who had never really put a lot of effort into working out before. I found a walking program that I really liked, so I began with 1 mile a day or 15 minutes a day. Once that got easy, I bumped it up to 2 miles a day or 30 minutes of exercise a day. And eventually I worked my way up to 5 miles a day. Maybe I would do 30 minutes in the morning or 30 minutes at night, or 15 in the morning and 45 at night. And after the walking became easy, I pushed myself and started jogging, then eventually running. The key for me here was I found something I liked and enjoyed doing. I set the bar so low, I was confident in my ability to get it done, and then challenged myself to work harder over time. Most people cannot easily go from a sedentary lifestyle and be expected to work out for 30 to 60 minutes a day when they're just starting out. If for you it means a quick walk with your fiance after dinner for 15 or 20 minutes, start there. Start with something you know you can do 1 to 2 times in a row consistently. Once it becomes easier, walk a little farther or a bit faster. Do things that you enjoy, like maybe yard work or dancing with friends. Anything that gets you up and moving counts. Aim for 30 minutes of exercise 4 times a week or 45 minutes 3 days a week to start. And if that means you walk to your mailbox and back for 15 minutes 3 or 4 times a day, do it. Again, everything counts. Alcohol. Okay, please don't go all bridezilla on me with this one. I get that with all the stress that comes along with planning a wedding, a girl just needs a margarita or a glass of wine once in a while. And that's cool if it's once in a while. Remember, what do wine, beer, and liquor all have in common? Empty calories with no nutrients in them, and about 150 calories or more. So if you want that margarita, I suggest drinking it on the treadmill. Don't not eat all day so you can have 3 drinks with your girlfriends after work. If you know you're going to have a get-together coming up and you will be enjoying a few drinks, try filling up on some fruits and vegetables while you're drinking instead of the nachos, cheese, and maybe work out 30 minutes more the next day. You shouldn't have to deprive yourself or feel like you're missing out. Life is meant to be enjoyed, just with a little bit of balance. And in case you didn't already know this, if you're looking to control your weight loss, it occurs at an 80 to 20% ratio, meaning 80% of weight loss is due to your diet and 20% is due to exercise. If you can keep the unhealthy, no nutrient foods out of your body, you will not have to exercise for as long or as hard to balance your nutrition and health. So I know this all sounds great and you may be ready to jump right in and get started, but let's be honest. Remember that cycle we talked about earlier? If you don't experiment and find an exercise you love to do or a nutrition plan that leaves you satisfied and full, you will once again begin that cycle of starting something with good intentions, stumbling, getting frustrated, and then eventually giving up. So I want to give you a few pointers on how to make this a lifestyle change that you can stick with well beyond your wedding day. And the first thing is to make it fun. Again, whatever you choose to do, make sure you enjoy doing it. If you're new to exercise, maybe the Couch to 5K app will work best for you. Maybe you're not that out of shape, but just want to tone up. Try a martial arts or boxing class. They might be more up your alley. Just make sure you try new things until you find what you love and have a good time doing, and then slowly start challenging yourself as you progress. Number 2, get a buddy. Oh, looky here. Don't you have one of those? You know, fiance? For some of us, we are more motivated to actually exercise and eat healthy if we have someone motivating us and steering us back in the right direction when we need it. By nature, we like doing things with other people. The more you surround yourself with health and fitness conscious people, the more likely you will pick up on their behaviors and be able to replicate them. Maybe this means you don't even tell your fiance you're starting a new program, or just start doing more of the cooking and they'll follow suit. Or lace up your sneakers and say, I'm going for a little walk. Eventually, they will see you are trying to improve your health, and when they see the healthier, happier you, they just might dare to join you on their own health quest. Setting realistic goals. You wouldn't try to run a marathon if you've never even walked a mile, let alone run a mile, would you? So take it easy when you start out. Again, this ain't the movies, and we're not going to magically wake up with a six-pack after a week of exercise. Do things until they become easy for you, and then you can kick it up a notch and challenge yourself a little more. If you belong on the Worst Cooks in America show, call me. I know someone who can get you on. Nah, just kidding. But seriously, if you can't cook, maybe it's time to look into some classes or find a meal delivery service that prepares food that you can eat with your way of eating. Or maybe if you can cook but don't want to be doing it every day, this means you meal prep for the week. Keep it simple, keep it realistic, and you'll be able to stick it to it. Live presently. And this one is a big one to take in and truly understand when it comes to your health and well-being. And not just for you, but your partner as well. Things are always going to come up, no matter how meticulously we plan our days, weeks, or even months. There may be times when you don't get a workout in because you need to help a family member, or times when the two of you just need a break from all the planning and work and families, and maybe you go out for a nice dinner and a few too many drinks. Or maybe you females, you're stressed one day with all your planning and your fiance's out of town, and you have one of your girlfriends over for a bitchy rant session because it just seems like nothing is going right. And before you know it, you finish the entire pint of death by chocolate. These things happen, but what's important is that you don't start feeling guilty and just give up because you had an off day. You have a chance to get back at it the next day. Sometimes you just need to live in the present moment and enjoy times with those you love, and that's perfectly okay. Again, diet is 80% and exercise 20%. It's okay to have a day or two here and there where you don't stick to your plan to a T. Just enjoy the present moment, tomorrow's in the past, and get back to it the next day. Don't go at it alone. This one's important because, again, when you have someone to do something with, you're more apt to stick to it. Select a way of eating that both you and your fiance can enjoy. Cooking 2 separate meals, I'm not going to lie, sucks. Working out by yourself sometimes sucks. Having a workout partner who you know is going to be waiting for you at the gym might mean you won't bail. The truth is, the person you choose to marry should have your back and be your partner in life. They should want the happiest, healthiest version of you and them. Your partner should be there to help you any way you may need it. Whether that means them swinging by the grocery store on their way home to pick up some healthy food for you to cook together, or getting out there and walking the block with you for 30 minutes after dinner. Now, I know that situation's not ideal for everyone. So if you can't make that your partner, make it your best friend or your sibling, or find a workout buddy. Or hey, maybe you can find another bride looking to also find someone who may need a little support along the way. The chances of you sticking to a plan with someone by your side to support and motivate you are much higher than if you choose to improve your health alone. How things become habits. I wanted to share my own personal health journey with you, as I know a thing or two about this subject. When I began planning my wedding in 2006, I set out to lose 30 pounds in 10 months because I knew if I tried to do it overnight, I would fail. I began following a low-carb diet and started walking first 2 miles a day, then 3, 4, 5, and I ended up losing close to 40 pounds before the wedding day arrived. I knew what foods my fiance and I would both eat, and I meal planned around those low-carb foods. I found that I enjoyed walking and that it was easy for me to do, so even if it meant I had to break it up where I was doing 15 minutes before breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that's what I did. I enjoyed the food I was eating. My body enjoyed it as well. My hair and skin were glowing. I had tremendous amounts of energy. I was giving my body what it needed. Nutrition and exercise became a habit for me. Just like brushing my teeth or my morning cup of coffee, my chosen lifestyle became a habit. The key was finding something that worked for me, that got me the results I was looking for, even if it didn't happen overnight. My abs never chiseled. I never saw bicep muscle definition, but overall, I was healthier, happier, and in a good state of mind, so it became a habit for me to nourish my body and increase my heart rate daily, because as I took better care of my body, it took better care of me. And lastly, you must give up the all or nothing approach. Doing something is truly better than doing nothing. Diet and exercise shouldn't be complicated. Do what you can do and do it consistently. If doing more or doing better gets in your way of doing anything at all, then it's of no use to you. I remember back in 2005, I joined Weight Watchers on a Saturday and decided I would also give up caffeine and nicotine at the same time, because what was the point of me trying to get healthy if I was still consuming them? So Monday morning came around and I had no coffee or nicotine, and I would have sworn to you I was literally starving to death because I was so hungry. That lasted a whole maybe 8 hours until my head was killing me from the caffeine and nicotine withdrawals, and I finally broke down and ate a real meal instead of a Weight Watchers chocolate caramel points bar. The point is, it will never work if you go all in or nothing. Trust me, your body will hate you and make your life a living hell. Just like exercising, you can't walk into a gym for the first time in 10 years and expect to bang out 30 chin-ups. It's just not gonna happen. Well, for most of us anyway. Start by making small changes with your food. Then, when you're comfortable with your diet plan, start increasing your daily exercise. This is why you want to start as soon as possible, because you want this to last, and who cares if it takes you 10 to 12 months? Just think about that for a minute. If you lost an average of 1 to 2 pounds a week, which most doctors would say is acceptable, by the time your wedding came around, if you were looking to drop a few pounds, you could be down 40 to 50 pounds by then. And how fantastic would that be? Or you could maybe see those chiseled biceps in your strapless gown. Whatever you need to do to nourish your body and optimize your health, start now, start slow, and make it a habit that can last for a lifetime. If you're good to your body, it will be good to you. So, what if you're both on board with changing your lifestyle and becoming healthier, happier versions of yourself? Maybe you want to start a family right away and want to have optimal health and nutrition in order to grow another healthy human being inside of you. Whatever the reason, if you both decide to be each other's support system now, I can tell you one thing. It makes for a very happy marriage because you will need to learn how to be each other's support system for the rest of your lives. After all, this is what marriage is about, isn't it? So quickly, I want to go over a few things that you could both do together to make the journey more pleasurable and help you stick to your goals. And number one is taking a class together. And what I mean by this is maybe if you both are not great in the kitchen, you spend some quality time together once a week or every other week and learn how to make new, healthy, nutritious meals together that you both enjoy. Or maybe this means you take up a dance class to get exercise in so you can have a phenomenal first dance. Try something new together that you can make a hobby and the two of you can enjoy doing it together. And number two, if you already know how to cook, then start cooking together. Maybe this means that one of you cooks during the week and the other does it on the weekend. Or maybe one of you cooks the protein while the other prepares your side dishes. Spend some quality time together each night or as often as possible. Put away your phones, work, wedding planning, stresses, or worries, and just take 30 minutes to prepare yourselves a healthy, filling meal and another 30 minutes to sit down and enjoy it with each other undistracted. Trust me, you can give up one Netflix episode in order to do this for each other. Or if you're not in the mood to cook, order a nice Greek or Caesar salad with some chicken or a nice protein and vegetable mix from your local Chinese takeout joint. Point being, get in the habit of spending 30 to 60 minutes with each other as often as possible. Talk about your dreams, your goals, and fantasize with each other while you can, because once you start a family, you'll want to carry this forward as much as possible. Number three, have a friendly competition. Okay, let me be clear. Friendly being the key word here. You can keep it as PG-13 or R-rated as you'd like, but if you set small goals each week or each month and someone doesn't get all their workouts in or goes off the deep end and dives headfirst into a tire box of Krispy Kreme donuts, well, then they will have to do whatever is mutually agreed upon. If you want to make it even more fun, come up with a few ideas to keep you accountable and write them on tongue depressors. Then if someone, let's say your competition challenge was to get a minimum of 200 activity minutes in for the week, and someone falls short, they would have to pull a stick out of the jar, and that would be what they must do for not hitting their target. Again, it should be fun, not punishment, but should keep the other person motivated to stay on course. Let's say you set a goal that you must each try one new vegetable and shed 4 pounds of body fat for the month. And your fiance tries 2 new vegetables and loses 5 pounds of body fat. And you, on the other hand, try 2 new vegetables as well, but only lose 3 pounds of body fat. Well, then maybe you have to spend an hour or two on a Sunday cleaning, waxing, and detailing his precious car. Again, it should not be punishment, just something to keep you accountable and have fun with. Number 4, making it non-negotiable. And what I mean by this is come up with a plan, come up with some times that work for you to share a meal together, or take a 30-minute brisk walk or bike ride together and schedule it into your day and week. Make it non-negotiable, meaning nothing gets in the way of that scheduled time. You're not available to do anything else during that time but what you have planned. Unless a major emergency comes up where the house is on fire or someone's in the hospital and you must drop everything, make your time together that you use to improve your health and your lives non-negotiable. The house cleaning can wait. The lawn needing to be mowed can wait. Chores, friends, and sometimes even family can wait. Again, unless, of course, it's an emergency. Make your time together to improve your lives just that, your time together. Number 5, we've already touched on this subject, but to wrap up the lesson, I thought I'd end it by reaffirming that you should really be each other's support system first and foremost. If your guy or gal already has six-pack abs and doesn't need to work out as much as you do, then have them show you the proper way to get there. If all he knows is how to do is use a grill, find a recipe easy enough for him to make for the both of you 2 or 3 times a week. Give each other whatever support and encouragement you need in order to keep accomplishing your goals. And I can promise you, if you keep doing that once you're married, you'll have a long life of respect and happiness with your partner. Now, I'd like to share a few of my diet and exercise tips with you to help you reach your lifestyle goals. Buy a program you can do together at home. There are great home workout programs out there to help you and your spouse that you can do together. My favorites are Beachbody and Leslie Sansone's walking programs. Use Pinterest for recipes. If you're beginning a new way of eating, look on Pinterest for recipes so that you can keep on track and yet still have delicious options to choose from. And if you're not that great of a cook in the kitchen, you can always search for easy recipes. Buy food in bulk. If you're not already a bulk store member like Costco, Sam's Club, or BJ's, I recommend you join one and buy your meats and vegetables in bulk. You can really save some money, which can always be helpful for the wedding budget. During the wedding planning process, I always encourage my brides to pick one night each month and go out for a nice dinner with their fiancés. No wedding talk, forget your diet for that one day, and just spend some time together catching up on the things and enjoy each other's company. If a gym membership is not in your budget, check out your local YMCA. They usually have pretty decent gyms and some even offer classes. If you're not a gym person, there's still no reason you can't get out and move your body. Lace up those sneakers and walk. It's free. You can increase your calorie burn just by picking up your pace and walking a little bit faster, and it's something just about anyone can do. And lastly, check with your health insurance company. A lot of them will reimburse you for gym memberships, so it's something you may already be entitled to that you don't even know about. So, I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I'll see you in the next one.